What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in. We are back on the road, headed to a campground we haven't been to before. We are on our way to Holder Mine Campground, which is actually a state forest campground. So, not a state park, a state forest campground. So, it's over in Inverness, Florida. Looking forward to checking this place out. It looks like it's going to be super peaceful, kind of out of the way. But our first time at a state forest campground, so we're excited to see what it's like over here. So you guys stay tuned, and we'll show you what is hopefully a really cool little spot. The road that Holder Mine Campground is on is Trail 10. It's Trail 10 road. So apparently when we get down here about a mile from the campground, this road turns into a dirt road. So let's see.
That's how you know we're close to the campground.
Yep, we found the dirt road. Alright, we came in, the gate was closed, and we read some reviews saying that the gate was closed and actually locked when they got here. But it wasn't locked, they just have a chain wrapped around it, and they keep it closed all the time, so you just gotta hop out, unlatch the chain, pull through, and then shut the gate. So if the gate is locked by chance, there's a gate code at the bottom of your confirmation email that you get. Site 7 right there, right?
Yep.
Cool.
So this is Site 7. Electric and water, concrete pad, and very, very spacious. Plenty of room to set up the disc golf basket for a little practice.
Alright, so we are here at Holder Mine Campground, and man, what a great little spot. That clanging in the background is Dylan enjoying his disc golf basket being set up here at the campsite. These sites are huge. There's plenty of room to set up our disc golf basket. He can get over there. He can play with the disc golf basket. You can see the site right over here in the background. Nobody here. But even if there was somebody there, the sites are very, very spacious. There are 27 sites here with 30 and 50 amp and water. There's a dump station. It's actually outside the actual campground. It's kind of out before you come into the campground is where the dump station is. So just a fantastic little spot here. We'll do a little drive around, show you guys these sites. I'll give you guys a little look around this campground. So we're in site 7. So there's a couple of sites down here to our left, but the majority of the sites are located down here around this loop. So sites 1 through 13 are all pretty wide open as far as backing into, no issues. You just pull straight in through the entrance, and then the sites, it's all very straightforward. Once you turn this corner and kind of head back here to this other side of the campground, you can see it gets a little tighter, but this is where sites 14 through 27 are. Beautiful area over here, but there are a couple sites that are maybe a little tricky. Like site 17 here has trees right here on the corner. So there's 2 trees you have to back in between to get into that site. So if you didn't have a real big unit, you could definitely get in there. Even a big unit would fit, but it'd be kind of weird getting it positioned for those trees right there. Site 19, some of the branches and stuff are a little bit low. Got some low-hanging limbs in 19. But overall, all the sites are all the sites are easy to get into. There's just a few that might be require a little more effort than others. And you got 24 here, 26 and 27 here on the very end. So we're actually coming right down here. This is their where their trash is. It's not an actual dumpster. It's it's just like a trash house, they call it. So you just have your trash all bagged up, and then you can put it right in there. For only 27 sites, they're pretty spread out. I mean, it's a pretty spacious campground for only having 27 sites.
Yeah, and we're really surprised at how empty this campground is. There's only probably about maybe 7.
Probably seven. I think there's about 7 people here out of the 27 sites. So, you know, the entrance coming in, the road coming in was pretty rough, but you know, don't let that scare you off. It's very, there's some spots where it was really rutted out and kind of washed out, but you know, once you pass that, it was big, long, smooth sections in between. So
I mean, as long as you go slow, it's only a mile.
Yeah, I mean, it's a mile down the dirt road, so it doesn't take long to get up here. Just go slow, take it easy.
It's well worth it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, really surprised that we've never checked out the state forest campgrounds before. There's not a whole lot of them in Florida that have camping. So there's this one. There's one up near Jacksonville that has camping as well, and it's got some great reviews also.
Yeah, we're going to try to check that one out before we leave Florida, or maybe on our way out of Florida. This one is actually part of the Withlacoochee Forest, and they actually have another campground that is also part of this forest, but that one does not allow pets, and this one does.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons we chose this campground, is because obviously we bring our dog with us, so you know, it's gotta accept pets for us to stay there. So if you're not traveling with pets, you can definitely check out the other one, and man, super impressed. They got big, huge concrete level pads. When you think about a state forest campground, you know, the first thing that pops into our mind anyway is it's going to be pretty rugged, pretty primitive. Even if it offers electric and water, you know, sometimes the electric boxes are not in that great of shape. This place is very well kept. Everything's mowed. the pads, like I said, are huge, plenty big enough to get your RV on it. We have our RV kind of pulled over more on the left side of the pad, and that gives us like a whole little little area outside our door that's concrete, to set up our chairs and to hang out on, so we're not hanging out in the dirt. So
yeah, and it's very reasonable, $25 a night for the regular rate, and they also offer the senior and disability rate for $15 a night.
Even at $25 a night, this place is awesome. You hear that construction, whatever that is, construction equipment in the background beeping and backing up. That stops later, later in the day, and the evening times out here are just dead quiet. I mean, it's so quiet. It's so dark out here. It really gives you that feeling of being pretty remote, and it is kind of off the beaten path. I mean, so if you enjoy this type of camping where you're away from everything, and in a campground that's not jam-packed with everybody packed in on top of each other, Holder Mine Campground might be a good spot to check out. Obviously in the wintertime, finding availability in Florida is next to impossible at a place like this, so it's kind of a secret, I guess.
Yeah, seems like a hidden gem to us.
Yeah.
And I think when we were talking about it, I think a lot of times if you're Googling Florida state parks, the Florida State Forest don't naturally come up on Google just like that. I think you specifically have to Google Florida State Forest, and I guess we just never thought about typing that in on Google. And we type in Florida State Parks, or we go to Reserve America for the Florida State Parks, we missed out on the state forests that offer camping.
Cell signal out here, even though you're way out and remote, cell signal is very, very good. We've got 2 bars on our phones, and 2 bars on our jetpack. We have our MIMO antenna plugged in, and we're able to work.
Yeah, we kind of took a leap of faith on that, because on Campendium, while they did have reviews for AT&T and I think Sprint,
yeah,
they didn't have anything for Verizon. I feel like when we were researching it, we found something on Google or in the reviews somewhere that said something about Verizon, and we were hoping, since AT&T and Sprint, and so we'll definitely be able to add this to our Campendium review so that people know that the Verizon is good as well.
Yep, we'll definitely be leaving a Campendium review on this place.
I think that's about all. I mean, we're only here for a short visit, but and I don't think there's a whole lot in the area to do. So I mean, it's not like it's not gonna be a spot to go visit a lot of other places. It's just gonna be more of a relaxed spot if you're wanting to go somewhere that's peaceful. And they don't have a lot of shorter trails. I think they have a couple of longer ones that are here.
And it's kind of located, so the state forest, one of the major differences between the state park and the state forest are they do have hunting areas inside the state forest. So you have to kind of be aware of that. If you're going to go off and go hiking, you need to be aware of what areas are open to hunting, because public land hunting is something that if you have people out there set up and they're not expecting people to be walking through out there hiking, they hear some rustling in the bushes. Obviously you shouldn't just take a shot at something without seeing what it is, but you never know what you're going to get if you wander into a hunting area. So make sure you're aware of what season it is, and they do on the board up by the bathhouse, they do have it posted, what the designated hunting seasons are, what seasons are open. Like for instance, right now archery season's open out here, so we're not going to wander off and do any hikes. It's not really what we were here to do anyway. We just kind of wanted somewhere that we could come to that was not incredibly expensive, that had availability, and somewhere we could just kind of unwind for a couple days, relax, and get some work done at the same time, and just enjoy some peace and quiet out away from everything for a few days.
And as luck would have it, a cool front came through, so the weather's beautiful, so we get to enjoy it outside without sweating in Florida in November.
Yeah, I mean, just a few days ago, it was in the actually yesterday where we came from, down in Central Florida, it was 86 degrees.
Yeah.
And when we got here, got set up, and about the time we started dinner, you could really feel that cooler air starting to move in, and man, it was nice, and it was beautiful out today. It was a beautiful day today.
That 49 degrees was very welcome this morning. and today it's like 70, 72.
Yeah.
So from here, we are headed to another state park that we have not been to, and we'll be bringing that to you guys also.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking forward to this this kind of West Coast Florida swing that we're on. It's not going to be a super long one, but definitely going to hit. We're actually hitting 3 campgrounds actually in total that we have not been to. So it's always nice to visit some other campgrounds that we've been wanting to get over to and just haven't had the opportunity. So we'll do this one. We'll be leaving out, head to our next spot tomorrow, and then on our way back, ultimately end up back over on the East Coast, and we'll be there over Thanksgiving, spend time with family there with our kids and everything over Thanksgiving. So
that's about it.
All right, well, we appreciate you guys watching. We'll catch you guys down the road.